All right, this is a Major League Baseball pitcher right here. He's an ace for the Cincinnati Reds. His name's Hunter Greene. The Associated Press is saying he could miss up to 4 months following right elbow surgery. Now we're in spring training right now, so these games are like semi irrelevant. We're not into the season. Last season, though, he was 7-4, 2.76 ERA, 132 strikeouts. That's pretty decent. That's definitely pretty decent right there. It says their most recent game was February 28th. Seems like a while back, right? Or that was his most recent game, excuse me. Um, he gave up 5 hits, a walk, 0 strikeouts, 4 earned runs in 1 inning pitched. Okay, I see he's got the 21 on his jersey right there. The Reds selected him second overall in the 2017 draft, born in LA. Greene learned how to pitch at the Major League Baseball Urban Youth Academy in Compton. He's age 26. Okay. It says he went to Notre Dame. I recently had a decode. Lou Holtz died, who was the coach at Notre Dame, as well. So we see Notre Dame make an appearance. This pitcher is 6'5". I'm gonna ask about his style. What kind of style does this pitcher have? I'm not familiar with them, and we're gonna get into the decode shortly. Okay. I just want you to get a little bit familiar with this character, okay? He's a power pitching ace, characterized by his elite velocity, primarily using a four-seam fastball. That's interesting. Look, four-seam fastball, and he's going to miss up to 4 months with right elbow surgery. Look at that right there. 4 months. We're coming up pretty close. Next month is the fourth month as well. So he could miss up to 4 months. Four-seam fastball that often reaches 100 to 104 miles an hour, combined with a developing arsenal of secondary pitches. Okay, so you want to see some decoding, right? I'll play this video here shortly. So he is scheduled to undergo surgery Wednesday. You see that right there? Now, check that out because Wednesday is 148 days before his birthday. Hunter Greene equals 184 in gematria. Look at that. 148, and then his name equals 184. Now, look at the article, Associated Press, Arizona. Arizona equals 48. Or excuse me, Arizona equals 84, and Arizona is the 48th state. Okay, so 48, 84, 148 days before his birthday, and his name equals 184. Now, I do want to verify because they're saying surgery Wednesday. Let me make sure that this article is before this last Wednesday. Okay, it is. So he had the surgery this last Wednesday. Okay, I just wanted to make sure I had my days right there. Okay, so you get the 48-84 connection with Arizona, and then 148, 184 with his name. This is all synced up with his birthday and the day of the surgery. Now, 83 is huge right now on the world stage because Bam Adebayo just scored 83 points for the Miami Heat, passing Kobe second all time for a game. 83 points. Look at Christian Greene equals 83. Look what I just found out, too, before I hit record. Look at the standings last season. The Reds had 83 victories. Look at that right there. And you have Cincinnati, Ohio. That's kind of, it's Ohio. So you might think of like Cleveland, Ohio. You may think of LeBron James. And LeBron James is connected to the Miami Heat because he used to play there. And Bam Adebayo, a member of the Heat, scores 83 points. So look at that 83 right there. So good thing I looked at the standings. And you see right there, Adebayo with the 83 points. Okay, so what I'm trying to show you is how these trending stories are all synced up together and they're all scripted. Look at this guy. This guy is also trending because he's leaving the Cincinnati NFL team and he's headed to the Ravens. Now that's the Bengals player heading to the Ravens. That's trending, and that's star edge rusher Trey Hendrickson right here, right in the middle. I got the arrow right there. So that's another Cincinnati story. I just did that decode. Okay, so now we get hit with this Cincinnati player, but it's in baseball. Okay, follow me. Check that out. And I'm catching another connection right now. Cincinnati has C like Christian. This is Cincinnati Reds pitcher. Look at Cincinnati Reds. That's just ABC123 with 26 letters in the alphabet. 142, and his first name is Christian. Look right there, but he goes by Hunter. Christian equals 142. You know what? That's Arizona's birthday, the 14th day of the second month. And remember, spring training out of Goodyear, Arizona. Check that out. And remember, Arizona has the Valentine Day birthday as well. So, this is the Reds. You may think of like a red heart, right? But the 14th day of the second month with Arizona. So remember, back here, Arizona's the 48th state, and Arizona in this code equals 84. So again, you see the 148 days before his birthday surgery, and his name equals 184. Arizona's birthday, the 14th day of the second month, Christian and Cincinnati Reds equals 142. Okay? Check that out. And, he does have the August 6th birthday. We're going to go over that here shortly. Now he's got the name Hunter he goes by. That's interesting because Ian Huntley is trending. One of UK's most notorious child killers has died days after being attacked in prison. Ian Huntley. Now Hunter Greene is trending. Come on, right? The stuff is with the language first and foremost. Even the Dolphins releasing quarterback Tua Tagovailoa, and look at the guy they signed down on the bottom left, Malik Willis. He came from the Green Bay Packers, and this dude's last name is Greene, trending for the Reds. I just caught the color connection. Red, green. You may think of red and green and associate it with Christmas, right? And this guy's name is Christian, and he plays for the Reds, right? Ho, ho, ho. Santa Claus. So even Adrian Red Christopher Autry just got fired. The Syracuse Orange. He goes by Red. And then this is a Reds player now trending at the same time. Adrian Red Christopher Autry, this basketball coach right here. Christopher and the baseball player Christian. Look at that. And again, this guy coached the Syracuse Orange. The baseball player's name is Greene, and he plays for the Reds. How about that? Undeniable, the script. Now, when I was doing this research, I accidentally put in Tyler Greene, or he popped up somehow, and I made a slide. And I'm like, you know what? That slide's good enough to keep in there because he's got the same name. This guy, Tyler Greene. Look at him on Houston right there. Right? Now, this guy that just has the Green name, he was born in 83. Look at this right here. I'm actually just catching that. His first name is James, like LeBron. He's got the 23 on his jersey, like LeBron. He's born in North Carolina, and Michael Jordan played for North Carolina in college. Now, this guy even played for the Chicago White Sox. Like Michael Jordan went on to play for the Chicago Bulls. Looks like he played for the Cardinals of the Major League Baseball. This spring training for a lot of these teams is in Arizona, where their football team is named the Cardinals. Isn't that amazing? But look at the 83 right there. And 83 is the 23rd prime number. Houston equals 112 like Chicago Bulls. Keep in mind, they're just connected by this Green name, but it's a different player. Christian Hunter Greene, and then this guy, Tyler Greene. And you get all of this energy that's trending right now. Remember, LeBron used to play for the Heat. Autobio with the 83 as a member of the Heat. He scores 81 points against the Washington Wizards. Michael Jordan finished his career playing for the Washington Wizards. Remember, the Miami Heat had a guy nicknamed Baby Jordan back in the day when Michael Jordan retired. Harold Miner, Baby Jordan. The Miami Heat, the only franchise other than the Bulls to have Jordan's jersey number retired. Heat like hell. LeBron wins a championship when he goes to the Heat, puts on the number 6. Remember MJ, the Chicago Bulls, horns, red, Satan, even LeBron's a Capricorn, the horns, right? Okay, so you see how this works? This is a script. Even this Friday is Friday the 13th. Look at the 13 on the jersey right there. Come on, man. This is all a script. Reds, even. You know, look at, we're getting a, remember Lakers equals 66 in Gematria. Bulls equals 66. LeBron equals 66. LeBron James equals 66. Adebayo passes Kobe to capture second place all time in one game with the 83 points. Kobe had the 666 workout. Okay? Don't forget that, right? So, you know, that 23, 2 times 3 is 6. Okay? Even Tyler Greene's birthday is 11 days after Hunter Greene. Just this random guy who popped up when I'm doing the research with the same name, Tyler Greene. Even Kobe Bryant's birthday is August 23rd, so that energy is lingering. Man, let's play some of those videos. Thank you. I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I'm not here to entertain, but I don't know if that can be, if you can get that much information from somebody in such a short amount of time. And I'm unscripted here. This is all in my head, okay? Trying to give it to you easy.
Reds fans are furious, and now even Terry Francona is throwing some serious shade about Hunter Greene's elbow surgery. Greene is getting surgery on his throwing elbow to remove bone chips and loose bodies, lovely, which means that best case scenario, the Reds don't see him until July. Now, here's where things get messy. Greene admitted that he was feeling discomfort in that elbow last season, and he even got an injection for it in October. Francona claims he didn't know about it. Francona told reporters, Hunter never told me directly any of that. He always said he was good. So he thought his ace was.
I don't even think I entered like the injury in the calculator. He's got that 21. Lakers equals 21. There's probably more 21s, and I'm not necessarily saying the Lakers connect here. So let's enter right elbow surgery because I forgot to do it earlier. It may not land, okay? Not everything just lands like that, but I'm going to put it in here as I'm recording. Let's see. I don't really. Let's see if it matches with anything that's saved with this story. I'm not really noticing anything. Look at that right there. Cincinnati Reds 92, right elbow surgery 92. What do you think about that? Holy crap, right? Jeez. It's freaking wild. Cincinnati, Ohio.
There's three possibilities here. Either the front office knew what was going on and dropped the ball and didn't follow up in a way that they needed to follow up, or Hunter Greene did not tell people the truth and heard the things that were going around the building, and you hit on this in the extra show yesterday, heard the things that were going on and was like, well, I'm pushing through. I'm not saying anything because if the guys I'm playing with don't think I'm trying hard enough, and if the managers and the coaches and the owners and the front office don't think I'm trying hard enough, I'm not saying anything. That's possibility number two. Possibility number three is the doctors got it wrong. And if Krimchek is the problem, maybe it's time to make a change, with Krimchek being the first guy that everybody goes to. And if the second opinion matched the first opinion, that kind of provides cover for the doctors. But somebody somewhere did not do their due diligence, either in initially presenting what was going on with Hunter Greene or following up with it, because just taking a big step back. Now, I haven't read the MRI reports. I haven't seen the imaging. I don't know everything that went on or when it happened, but here's what I know. The last
Okay, we don't need to hear that whole script. Sorry, I had to shoot a message to somebody. Isn't that amazing? Okay, so that's my decode. Reds ace Hunter Greene. There's probably more with the name as well. Could miss up to 4 months following right elbow surgery. I mean, we're not in the regular season, so he should come back for what technically could be considered the most important part of the season, right? I would think so. Okay, so we'll see. And again, they had 83 victories. I guess you could say every game's important, right? But there's 162 games. I guess better to miss earlier than later. But, we'll see if the Reds can do anything in his absence. Okay, if you have anything to add or if I missed anything, let me know. Until next time.